Hello everyone, welcome back to Lilac Moon Tarot. Today's reading is a pick a card reading all about Mercury Retrograde and what you can expect for the next month or so. So the current Mercury Retrograde is October 13th through November 3rd. What this means in general for you, usually communications will be a bit disrupted, plans will fall through. Not a great time to sign contracts or close on houses, that kind of thing. Anything like big and important involving contracts, communication, legal stuff. It's not the best time to do it. Obviously, if you have to, you have to, but in general, you try to avoid it just because there's a lot of miscommunication and nuances and things that just seem to go wrong. So before I go over the piles with you, I just want to say thank you so much for those who have been watching. I really appreciate it. Any of you who've been liking, commenting, and have subscribed to my channel, please do remember to subscribe if you do enjoy your reading today, so that way you can get notifications on my future videos. Alright, so all the timestamps will be listed below for those of you who know how these work. So here we've got pile number 1 with Angelite, pile number 2 with Lapis Lazuli, and pile number 3 with Kyanite. I kind of went with a blue theme today because Mercury retrograde and everything has to do with communication, so I went with blue, which is your throat chakra, which is communication. So that's the theme for today. So for those of you who are a little new or don't know, with pick a cards, I recommend taking a few deep breaths, really center yourself, focus, and think about which pile or piles you would like to receive messages from. And I'll let you get to it, and I will see you in your video. Hello, pile number 1. You all picked the Angelite pile. Let's see if I can get it to focus a little bit for you. So we're going to start with a few oracle cards here, and then we'll pull some tarot, get any additional messages for you. So again, these readings are general. Not every message will resonate. Take what does and leave behind the rest. Let's get started. Alright, your first card is assessing. It says first quarter moon assessing. Mercury retrograde is really good for taking time to self-reflect, for sure. You pile number 1 might be spending some time doing just that. Take this time to focus on yourself. Look at the details. This card's also a 9, actually, at the top. And 9s are all about the self and focusing on yourself and coming back into yourself, recognizing who you are, what you like, what you want your life to look like. Take this time to do that for sure. Your next card is walking away, which actually 27 is also a 9 number. So you're walking away from something, possibly this Mercury retrograde. Could be a job, it could be a relationship. You could be moving away from somewhere. Like I said, take care though that you're not signing any huge contracts or leases, or sometimes starting new jobs can be a little tricky too during Mercury retrograde. But this could also be like a metaphorical walking away from your past life. You're going through a transformation, you're moving forward. I think the big thing is don't look back, right? She is kind of looking over her shoulder, but you need to walk away from the things that don't serve you anymore. You need to do better. You need to figure out what lights your fire, what keeps you going, what makes you happy. Your Your last card here is Koala Spirit. Spirit has a plan. So I think as you go through and figure out what it is you need to walk away from, you know, spend the time assessing that, assessing what serves you, what doesn't serve you, what's good for you, what's bad for you, in all facets of your life. Recognize that even if it's hard, if it's something really big that you're having to walk away from, if you're ending a relationship, if you're ending a career and switching to a different one, understand that Spirit has a plan for you, and that they are there to support you. Don't be afraid to ask for guidance, for help, from your spirit guides. Alright, let's pull some tarot and see what else we've got. Ooh. We've got the Four of Wands and the Three of Wands. So we are definitely moving away from something. You're looking to change something in your life right now. This is a card of travel, and some of you might have to travel. Just be careful, because a lot of times a lot of plans can get disrupted. But I feel like you're finding stability at home, you're finding success. This is also a card of partnership, and can be like a twin flame sign, but mostly like energetic stability, feeling stable at home, feeling at peace. Also a card of celebration. So you might have some exciting things coming up, or you might start planning things. While I wouldn't commit to anything major during this next few weeks, you could start planning it and get excited about it. Wands are about energy and excitement and passion, and get excited about it. Like I said, I'd be mindful of any contracts or travel plans, because things tend to get very interrupted during Mercury Retrograde. Let's get a couple more cards here. You've got Ten of Swords. Don't beat yourself up. Don't. Ooh. Maybe this is what we're walking away from. You're walking away from this like negativity feeling. You've got the Seven of Cups. Okay. So you've got the Ten of Swords, which is the completion of a cycle, but it's not the best one, because you've got like, she's got all these swords in her, and she's just like laying there like looking at her phone. I love this deck. So she's just laying there, all the swords in her, and she's just like checking her Facebook. You know, she's like, all right, this cycle's over, thank God. Everything's fine. I think that's what the alternate art wording for this card is. It says everything's fine. No, but really, it's, you're being a martyr for no reason. You're ending this cycle of like mental stress and anxiety, and you just need to move forward. And I think the reason that you're feeling a little stuck is because you have a lot of choices and you're not sure which way you want to go with this. So the Seven of Cups is all about choices. You've got different things in all these cups. You've got money, you've got love, you know, success, and then you got Snake, which is like danger, and you know, whatever fulfills or fills in these cups for you. She's like standing there, she's looking at these cups, and she's like, wow, what do I go for? Where do I go? And maybe that's why you're feeling a little overwhelmed. All these swords in you, as you overthinking and analyzing, like you're ready to move on, you're ready to do something different, but you're stuck. You've got all these choices. You can't decide. You need to figure out what fuels you. So with like the Three of Wands here, she's looking out to the distance. She's looking out, watching these ships sailing. It's very much a travel card, or at least an expansion card. The threes are growth in general anyway. It's time to branch out. Wands. Wands pun. It's time to branch out though. I think it's time to discover what else makes you happy, and you might have to take some risks. You might have to take some leaps of faith. You need to figure out which cup would make you happiest right now. You're coming to the end of a cycle. Pile number one. Maybe you've really been going through it lately. You've been going through a transformation. You're finding some success, you know, and happiness and balance. But how happy are you? Have you been beating yourself up mentally instead? You need to find out what energetically fuels you and what emotionally fuels you. You need to use that to really move forward. And I think that's really what you should spend this Mercury retrograde working on, is figuring out where your passions lie, what, you know, metaphorical cup you should be focusing on. Don't get overwhelmed by the choice. Don't have decision paralysis. That's what that looks like. She's got all these choices. If each of these swords is a choice, right? And they're just digging into her. And instead of like pulling the swords out or like moving on from that, she's just laying there staring at her phone, doing nothing, while she has all these decisions floating, or not even floating, but, you know, stabbing her. Don't get caught up in making the right decision. You just need to make a decision. Whew. That's one I need to hear. Yeah, don't get caught up in if you're making the correct decision. You just need to make a decision. It's generally never going to be the wrong choice. You might have to switch it up later, change things up, but it'll all work out. It'll be fine. You just got to get through this. And so I think just taking time this Mercury retrograde, take time to assess, walk away from what doesn't serve you, recognize that Spirit has a plan for you, utilize your spirit guides and ancestors to really help you, and move forward during this Mercury retrograde. See, it's there. Can't talk. All right, we'll end the reading there. Pile number one. Thank you so much for watching. Like I said, please like, comment, and subscribe down below if you did like this reading. As always, I hope you have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. Hello, pile number two. You all picked the Lapis Lazuli pile. I can get it to focus. This one's really pretty. Doesn't want to. That's okay. Well, like I said, it's Mercury retrograde, so you know what that means. No electronics are going to work. Alright, so we're going to start with a few oracle cards, and then we'll finish up with a few tarot. As always, these readings are general, so not every message will resonate. Take what does and leave behind the rest. Let's get started. Your first card here is Last Quarter Moon Gratitude. Some of you might need to start some sort of gratitude journal over the next few weeks. That's a big one. Show gratitude for the little things and the big things, obviously. But gratitude is such a big part to, I feel like, manifesting and keeping a more positive mindset. It really just helps keep things in perspective. Even when you feel like things aren't going right or things are frustrating you. Like I said, Mercury retrograde, a lot of little things can go wrong, and it makes you feel very drained and upset and can be very overwhelming. Keep all that in perspective by maintaining gratitude every day for everything. Even if it seems silly at first, especially if it's not a practice you're used to. Be like, I'm grateful for my cat, and I'm grateful for my apartment, and I'm grateful for my car, and I'm grateful for my clothes, even if it's just the standard generic stuff. If you keep practicing this, eventually you'll start to add more and more specific stuff and really get a feeling. It's more about the feeling of gratitude and being thankful for what you have, and then you'll start to attract more of those things that make you feel that way. That's a really powerful part to manifestation. You've got second chakra, Archangel Ariel. So your second chakra is your sacral chakra, the orange. This is a lot of it has to do with sexual desires. I know that much. What else is orange for? And I mean, that could just be what you need to focus on. Let me see what else. Emotional sensuality and creativity. Yes. Okay, creativity. Some of you could be focused on your sexuality and sensuality, but creativity really resonates with me more for this. Maybe this Mercury retrograde, you need to spend more time being creative and honing in on what makes you feel emotionally satisfied. That could be really big, really important here for you. Let's see what else we've got. We've got Dolphin Spirit. It says, this and that are true. What on earth? I don't think I've ever seen that card. This and that are true. This is like the mystery pile for me. Alright, hang on. Let's reel it in. So we want to show gratitude. That was a pretty clear message. And then you've got the second chakra, which is your sacral chakra, which is emotions, sensuality, sexuality, and creativity. And then you have the dolphin spirit. This and that are true. I feel like dolphins are they're very smart. They're very, adventurous. They also usually travel in, a pod. In a family group. Maybe don't second guess things in your life. Don't think that because you're finally happy that something bad is going to happen. Don't think that because especially if you're into manifesting, don't think that you can only manifest one thing. You can manifest anything you want, anything and everything, no matter how far-fetched it feels. It's all about the emotion and purpose and energy that you put behind that manifestation. And I think the dolphin's here to remind you that you need to act as if, believe that those things that you want to have in your life, whether it's money, a job, a dream relationship, a house, apartment, whatever, however this resonates for you. Believe that they're true and that they are true. Let's pull some tarot. Let's see if I can get some additional messages and hopefully pull some clearer messages. I apologize if this reading is not as awesome and concise as it usually feels like it has been. Stressing me out. Alright, you've got the Three of Pentacles in reverse. So you're not really wanting to be working in any groups right now. You kind of want some solitude, some time alone. You're not feeling in the cooperative spirit right now. You've also got the Star in reverse. You're feeling a little lost, and you're feeling very introspective about what you really want in life. And I feel like there's a lack of creativity, because the Star for me is kind of like a passion. Follow your hopes and dreams, follow that North Star, it'll lead you right. And then the Three of Pentacles, like with this artwork, the person's like doing a live figure study in a drawing room, an art classroom or something like that. And I feel like with both of these reversed, you're just lacking that creativity. And I think that's why that Archangel Ariel has come out, the second chakra, the sacral chakra. You really need to focus on your creativity during this Mercury retrograde, and I think it'll help you work through whatever blocks that are coming up for you. Let's pull a couple more cards here. Let's see what else. Now that that's starting to make a little more sense. Seven of Swords in reverse. Ultimate imposter syndrome. For me, the Seven of Swords, I'm telling you, it's awful. I can't talk, and it's not even been a full day of this Mercury retrograde. This is what I get for filming a video. The Seven of Swords in reverse, to me, is usually self-deception, self-doubt. I get imposter syndrome. I get feeling very scattered mentally as well. Feeling very defeated. Just frustrated and unorganized. And I think the saving grace here for you is this Queen of Cups. So this could be you could be a water sign. It could also be someone in your life helping you who is a water sign. Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. But you need to emulate that Queen of Cups. You need to have full composure, full passion. She's got her cup and she's staring at it lovingly, and no matter what, she has the water at her feet, so she can always fill her cup, and she always trusts that her cup will be full, and that she can help others if she needs to. She can help herself if she needs to. She trusts that the universe is there to catch her and support her emotionally. And along with that, with emotions, I feel like gratitude really comes back into play here. That gratitude card. Gratitude is an emotion. It's not just saying thank you for XYZ. It's feeling that, wholeheartedly feeling pure thanks and joy and love for the things that we do have. And I think during this Mercury retrograde, what you need to do, pile number 2, is really focus on that gratitude. Focus on your creativity. However you can be creative, whether it's art or music or, you know, photography. It could be getting outside and going for walks. However that is for you, you need to do that. And I think it's something you need to do alone. Like I said, the Three of Pentacles being in reverse, you're really not wanting to collaborate with others, which is okay for right now. And it's probably better right now anyway, because communications are going to be all wonky for the next few weeks. So focus on yourself. Focus on figuring out what your dreams are. Maybe you need to try something new. You need to try some new creative endeavor. You need to cut back on this like self-deception and imposter syndrome that I'm picking up on. And just keep your cool with your emotions. I like that the Queen of Cups is upright, because if this was reversed, you'd be depressed and a mess, and I would just be like, goodness, y'all just need to stay under a rock these next few weeks. But I think pouring your emotions into some passion projects over the next few weeks will really help you make it through this Mercury retrograde easier. I think that's going to be my biggest advice for you. And just don't ever doubt anything, like the dolphin. This and that are true. Things are there. You have them. You can get them. Even if you don't have them right now, you can manifest them. Showing gratitude for the things that you already have will bring more of those things to you. Alright, I'm going to end the reading there. Thank you so much, pile number 2, for watching. If this did resonate, please like, comment, subscribe down below. As always, I hope you have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye! Hello, pile number 3. You all picked the blue Kyanite. We'll start with a few oracle cards here, and then we'll do some tarot. And as always, these readings are general, so not every message will resonate. Take what does and leave behind the rest. Excuse me, let's get started. We've got Resistance. It says Waning Crescent 2. Resistance. I feel like this could go one of two ways. Either you are showing resistance to change or to transformation in your life, or you are showing resistance against someone in your life or something in your life. Whichever way that resonates for you, regardless, I feel like it's important for you to keep fighting the fight here. And some of you might be really in tune with nature here as well. Because there's all this like plant and animal energy and imagery around this fest. So some of you might be really, really passionate about nature and animals and plants and really wanting to help them survive and move on. We've got contract. Ooh. Well, that's interesting. So Mercury retrograde is not the best time to be signing major contracts. This pile might be forced into a situation where they need to. You need to sign a contract or make a big legal decision. Maybe it has something to do with this resistance card. Something's happened with this resistance attitude, and it's caused this need for some sort of contract or something to do with legal battles or legality. Just be mindful to really read the fine print. Ask for a second opinion if you need to. Mercury retrograde is all about things not being as they seem, wording being off, things being hidden, kept away. because we don't have that clarity of the communication. Your last oracle card says Wasp Spirit. Sometimes life stings. Alright. So my pile number 3. You all need to be careful. I'm trying to get this to line up better. Yeah, my pile number 3. You need to be careful. You need to be mindful. This Mercury retrograde might be a little rough. I told myself I wasn't going to sugarcoat readings anymore, so here we are. It might not be pleasant for you. You might have a contract come to an end, and you might be resisting that end, and you might just need to accept it. And that's where this wasp comes in. Sometimes life does sting. Sometimes you want to resist that change. You want to resist the transformation because it's not what you want. But you have to remember that the universe knows what's best for you. And it might be really, really difficult to see the why right now. And it might take a while for you to see the why. But ultimately, things coming to an end, transformations, are for your better good. Let's pull some tarot. Let's see if we can get some clarity on these issues. You've got the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Some of you might have to move. Some of you might be struggling to feel at home. Death in reverse. Alright, there is a big transformation here, and you're not letting it happen. You're resisting change, and it's not going to go well. That resistance card really makes sense now. When death is in reverse, it is all about us resisting change that needs to happen. And I think it has something to do with either a job, some sort of financial, or it could have something to do with a home. And you're really resisting this change. But sometimes you really gotta let go. It could be the idea, because the Ten of Pentacles is kind of like that ideal. It's just short of kind of being like the Ten of Cups, you know, with the rainbow and everything. Ten of Pentacles is all about that happy home life. You've got the dream home, the dream job. You've got all the material things and happiness you could ask for. And when it's in reverse, you obviously you don't have that right now, or you're not at that step yet. And I think in order to get to that step, you need to release something. There's something you're not letting go of, and you're not allowing yourself to change. What else do we have? You've got the Queen of Wands in reverse. You're feeling very energetically scattered. You're feeling a lack of confidence, a lack of passion. You could be a fire sign as well. Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Or it could be someone in your life. Oh my god. That's like 12 cards. I couldn't reach that one, sorry. It could be someone in your life that is one of those signs. You gotta take back your power. Whatever you're resisting the change of, it's really, I keep wanting to say burning your energy, but it's draining your energy. It's taking away energy you could be using for a way more useful purpose. Let's get one more card. The cards aren't listening today. There we go. Alright, Four of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. So, your Mercury retrograde, pile number 3, you really need to let go of something. You need to release control. You're resisting for all the wrong reasons. And I think the longer you hold on to this, the more painful that sting is going to be, okay? So with the Four of Pentacles, with a 4 in reverse, you're not feeling stable or grounded. Usually it's financial stability or having like a job security. You don't feel like you have that right now, and you're being overly miserly and holding on to what you have. It's scattering your energy. It's making you feel not in control. And you're like afraid of this transformation. Like I said, I think the biggest message here is that the longer you stay in this cycle of not letting go, of not changing, holding on too tight to, I feel like, things that don't serve you anymore, you're gonna feel like you're spinning your wheels. You're gonna feel like you're never at home. You're never gonna feel that completion of that cycle. And the longer you hold on to this, the worse that's gonna sting. And contract could be like a soul contract too. I don't know too much about like that kind of terminology. I just know I've heard that word before. So it could be a soul contract. And this is like a karmic lesson you really need to go through right now, and that you have been going through. I don't think this is anything new or recent, or that's just starting during this Mercury retrograde. It's something you really need to let go of and move forward from, because I think it's really going to come to get you during this Mercury retrograde. I think it's going to come to a head. You really need to allow the transformation to come. You need to let go. You need to stop holding on so tight. It's when wands people, or this kind of energy, when it's in reverse, you're literally wanting to rip your hair out, because you just long for the motivation and the energy and the passion to move forward. Well, guess what? You're holding yourself back. You're not allowing this transformation to happen. You're not allowing yourself to be fulfilled. Your resistance is for the wrong thing. And yeah, I feel like I'm just repeating myself here, but it's the longer you hold on to this, you figure when you hold on to something so tight, and eventually your arms or your hands or your fingers, they get tired. Or when your body's tense for so long because you're resisting. You think about like pushing against something, and because you're resisting it so hard, your muscles begin to fatigue and you're tired and you're exhausted. And that's what one's energy in reverse is too. You're feeling exhausted, depleted. You don't have that flame, that spark. You gotta let go. You gotta move forward. Take some time to think about it. It's all pentacles. You got pentacles and wands. There's no mental or emotional in this. I think you know what you need to do. Excuse me. You just need to do it. You need to let go. You need to embrace the change. And it might still sting right now to let it go now. But if you think about it, if you get a paper cut or a bee sting or, break an arm, it sucks for a little bit, a little while, few moments, few days, few weeks, few months, a couple years. But eventually that pain, that like sensation of pain fades away. You remember that it sucked, but you still don't have that lingering permanent pain, right? So like sometimes life sucks for a little bit. Sometimes it stings. Sometimes it's very hard. Sometimes it's very difficult. But learn from that. Remember it. Learn from it. Know that you don't want to be in this position again. This position of misery and frustration and stagnant energy. you don't want to be here anymore. So you need to bite the bullet. You just need to deal with the sting for a minute or for a little while and move forward. And I think that's really, really what you need to do during this Mercury retrograde, pile number 3. Alright, I'm going to end the reading there. Thank you so much for watching. If this resonated, please like, comment, and subscribe down below. As always, I hope you have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!